In the heart of America, Yellowstone National Park stands as a testament to nature's raw beauty. Its vast landscapes, teeming with life, paint a picture of wilderness that is both serene and untamed. Yet, for decades, it lacked a vital pulse, a heartbeat that once echoed through its valleys and forests. The wolf, once a prominent predator, had been absent for 70 long years. Their howls, a distant memory, had faded into the annals of history. This changed in 1995, a year that would mark the beginning of a new era for Yellowstone. A bold decision was made. Wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone, a move that was both daring and visionary. This marked the beginning of an ecological revival, a story of interconnectedness and the profound impact of a single species. The wolves began to weave themselves back into the fabric of the park. The arrival of wolves sent ripples through the established order, challenging the status quo and reshaping the ecosystem. The park, once accustomed to the quiet reign of deer, now faced a new dynamic. The balance of nature was shifting. Wolves, as apex predators, brought with them an ancient balance, a harmony that had been missing for decades. Their presence, though initially a whisper in the wind, would soon resonate across the entire ecosystem, altering the very soul of Yellowstone. The land, silent for so long, was ready to change. The wolves' return was not just a reintroduction, it was a renaissance, a rebirth of the wild spirit of Yellowstone. Before the wolves' return, elk, a type of deer, roamed Yellowstone in large numbers. These majestic creatures were a common sight, moving in herds across the vast meadows and valleys. They grazed freely, their impact on the vegetation significant. The unchecked grazing led to overconsumption of certain plants, altering the ecosystem. This all changed with the arrival of the wolves. The reintroduction of this apex predator brought a new dynamic to the park. The predator-prey dance, absent for decades, was rekindled. Wolves began to hunt elk, restoring a natural balance. Wolves, with their keen senses and pack mentality, began to hunt elk. Their presence created a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem. This, in turn, altered the elk's behavior. They became more cautious, constantly on the lookout for predators. No longer able to graze with impunity, elk became more vigilant. Their movements and grazing habits changed dramatically. They favored areas with better visibility, avoiding areas where wolves could easily ambush them. This shift in behavior had profound implications. This change in grazing patterns, a direct result of wolf predation, had a cascading effect on the landscape. Vegetation began to recover in areas previously overgrazed. The very vegetation of Yellowstone began to respond. The regrowth of plants and trees transformed the park, showcasing the intricate balance of nature. With elk grazing less heavily in certain areas, a remarkable transformation began. Plants, once suppressed by constant browsing, finally had a chance to thrive. Aspens, willows, and cottonwoods, key tree species, experienced a resurgence. Saplings, previously eaten before they could mature, now grew tall and strong. This change in vegetation wasn't just about individual trees. It signified a shift in the entire ecosystem. The landscape, once dominated by grasslands, was now being shaped by the return of forests. Yellowstone, slowly but surely, was regaining its lost balance. The resurgence of vegetation had a ripple effect across the park, transforming the landscape into a vibrant tapestry of life. A diverse array of wildlife, drawn back to this burgeoning habitat, began to return. Elk, deer, and other herbivores found plentiful food sources while predators followed in their wake. Songbirds, their melodies once rare, filled the air with their cheerful tunes. Their songs created a symphony that echoed through the trees, a testament to the park's revival. The rejuvenated forest provided ample nesting sites and a rich source of insects for food. This abundance supported not just birds, but a myriad of other creatures. Bears, too, benefited from the flourishing vegetation. They roamed the forests, feasting on the bounty of berries and other fruits. The abundance of berries and other food sources provided them with sustenance. Cubs learned to forage alongside their mothers, ensuring the next generation thrived. Beavers, nature's engineers, found ample material for their dams in the thriving willow stands. Their constructions created wetlands that further enriched the ecosystem. The return of these species highlighted the interconnectedness of the ecosystem. Each creature played a role in maintaining the balance of this natural symphony. The wolves, by regulating the elk population, had inadvertently triggered a chain reaction that breathed new life into Yellowstone. Their presence was crucial in restoring the park's ecological harmony. The wolves' impact extended beyond their primary prey. Coyotes, smaller canids that had flourished in the wolves' absence, found their dominance challenged. Wolves, being larger and more powerful, naturally competed with coyotes for resources. This competition, often resulting in direct conflict, led to a decline in coyote numbers. This in turn had a positive impact on smaller mammals like mice, voles, and rabbits. These creatures, previously vulnerable to coyote predation, experienced a resurgence. This, in turn, benefited birds of prey, foxes, and other animals that relied on these small mammals for food. The wolves, through their interactions with coyotes, had inadvertently strengthened the entire food web. The transformation of Yellowstone extended even to its waterways. With the return of forests and the stabilization of riverbanks by flourishing vegetation, the rivers themselves began to change. Erosion, previously exacerbated by the overgrazing of elk, decreased significantly. The channels narrowed and deepened, creating a more diverse riparian habitat. Fish populations, once struggling in the murky, sediment-laden waters, began to thrive. The improved water quality and the return of woody debris from the growing forest provided ideal conditions for aquatic insects, a vital food source for fish and other aquatic life. The reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone stands as a testament to the intricate web of life. It underscores the profound impact a single species can have on an entire ecosystem. What began as an effort to restore a missing predator cascaded into a symphony of ecological change. The resurgence of vegetation, the return of diverse wildlife, the stabilization of riverbanks, all speak to the interconnectedness of nature. Yellowstone's story is a powerful reminder that in the grand tapestry of life, every thread matters. The wolves, once eradicated, have proven to be vital weavers in this complex and beautiful ecosystem.